just a guard, a security guard. I'm a security guard. Yeah. Why I joined the Alliance Motion Global? I have seen that the job that I work in, I cannot manage to find the man that I need. So I really there wanted to find the man that I could access of my ability. So I have decided I was just gallivanted at homes. I was searching internet, then I met Mark Flavor who introduced me to Alliance Motion Global. But before I joined, I had to doubt that organization, it was a scheme. I didn't know reality because we were quarreling with Mr. Maki. He told me this join, I told him I don't have money. Until I realized, I decided in my life that no, let me try so that I see what is the good and bad in this company. Why this man is so encouraging me to join the company. Yeah, then I have to what? To decided to join Allowance Emotion Global. I've joined, it was about 2,700 Zambian kwacha. I don't know in Philippines how much is that. So I have to make the payment through Western Union. I have paid within 5 months to 4 months. I have received my package of Allowance Motion Global. And for the Allowance Motion Global, the first things that I have done, I have sold the other product, then I have achieved something that I wanted to do in life. And that product has helped me a lot because I had some challenges of health, sickness, so many pains in my body. I was not the way I am. Yeah, I was slim, I was not fat, I was complaining there and there, complaining about health matter. Then when I got those products for Allowance Motion Global, changed my life from the first time that I've taken it. Yeah, for updating, yeah, the good news that I'm feeling that to come soon, no sooner, is that Allowance Motion Global is coming here in Zambia.
Yes.
The office will be opened. I don't know the day, I don't know the hour, I don't know the month, but it will come here in Zambia. Yeah, then I'll come to my goals of this month. Yeah, this month it has been a challenge. It has been a lot of challenge. You cannot say anything because here in Zambia, you know, everything have gone down. The dollar are high, appreciation every day. It's like no man business when we talk about business. One thing is that we have so much challenges. People are interested to join now where they can get the money. The second thing is that you find from people. All the people that were working wanted to join. They have stopped working. Then I realized that I need to force these people to encourage them to join. Now the question from them, they ask me, I really like to join. Now, where could I get the money? Because where I work, they stopped, they said, there's coronavirus, there's this pandemic. There are challenges that I cannot explain. When you find those people, at the first they're encouraging that, no, yeah, this is a business that I can make money. I want to do this, I want to do this, I'll join. Now, this time when you go to them, you tell them, I have the goals to do this month. I have this, I can achieve it. What we need is a weak team. We can work together, do this and this. This is a weak team. You can't work alone. Let go do this and this. Then say, no, yeah, this one is a nice one, wonderful. The product is super, miracle one. Yeah? Now the problem is financial. Where could I get the money? They say, no, find the money, then you join. Okay, I'll try. How should I try? I'm failing to pay the house. That's not the challenge. You see, someone he wanted to join, but where could he pay the house? Because he have not been paid for the company. Have you seen? So that is my graduation for what I have my opinion to say. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you very much. That's all
Wow.
what I could say about it.
Wow. Thank you very much for that
Yes,
very
partner.
wonderful
Thank
and
you.
very inspiring. Cecil, milyong palakpak for you, Mentor Bright.
Yeah.
Yes,
Millions of
million
clap.
pala. It's a million clap. Yeah, thank you for inspiring
Thank you.
message for all of us, partner. So, coach, we are start right now.
Okay, coach, you give chance to our other partner.
What?
Yes, or we can call another before we are going to start our sharer for today. Okay, so I will call our business partner, a beautiful lady. So wait a minute, I just. Okay, so may I call on our next speaker? So, okay, I see that they have also our international business partner. I think he's from India or Pakistan. Pakistani. So, okay, may I call partner Suvel Shahid, our millionaire maker and millionaire global ambassador. So, partner Suvel Shahid, kindly unmute. Partner. Oh, I think partner Shade is they have a problem. So okay, may I call partner Gideon Sifuba. Okay, so partner Gideon Sifuba, are you there? Kindly unmute yourself, please. Okay. Oh, kindly unmute partner Gideon.
Oh, yes
Partner
po.
Gideon, I think he is mute.
Okay, so we have Coach Jade who can unmute our
Unmute.
participants here.
Okay.
Who was that,
Hello,
Coach?
that was me.
Okay.
Gideon. Hi,
Hi, everybody.
Gideon. Wow, you are shining.
Hello.
I'm
It's
Yes.
shining.
shining.
Yes, there's
And
gold
then
in here.
don't forget. Yes, don't forget the talent.
It's golden.
The talent?
Yes, it's
No,
for the last
later.
topic, mentor. Okay, first gratitude. Name of your alliance, your team, sponsor. Who's the people
Yes,
that invited you here?
I do appreciate the fact that I've been allowed to have this opportunity to talk with all of you. I'm Gideon Akufuna Sifuba. Um, I'm a vice principal, but I've decided to quit my job as from today.
Wow.
It was a long coming.
Wow.
It was a long coming decision, but I decided to quit my job as vice principal. Anyway, I'm originally from Zambia here in Africa, but I live in Canada, in Winnipeg, and but I'm back here in
Wow.
Zambia just for some business. So instead of being in Lusaka, I'm actually right now I'm in Solwezi, just doing some running around. And my upline is Mark Clavel. He's
Wow.
my
Mentor Mark, you
upline.
are
Wow.
shining here.
And he's done wonderful things, and he's given me, maybe even my fellow friends that are part of this, confidence to know that we're not the one leading this. I think when an opportunity is given to you, it's given not only by nature but by God as well. So I thank God that I'm given this opportunity to make to change my life and also change other people's lives. Yeah. So that's all I gotta say.
Okay. So because of that, since you are from Zambia, can you give us sample of Zambian dance? Yee.
Oh, Zambian dance. How am
Yes,
I gonna do
please.
that?
You put your phone in front of you and then you stand up, then I will play a song for you. Yeah.
It sounds fun. It sounds really fun.
You
There's
don't?
it
Okay, you can
sounds
sing
fun.
for us. You can sing for us then.
What can I sing?
I know you are a good singer because you have a very wonderful voice. I can hear you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Uchwala wa mukiti awutimi umwana enu kimitolo mama sela sela lubunwe. Uchwala wa mukiti awutimi umwana enu kimitolo mama sela sela lubunwe. Uchwala wa mukiti awutimi umwana enu kimitolo mama sela sela lubunwe. Okay, so the translation for this: when there is a party,
I know what
you
does
share
it mean.
everything. You share what is at the party. That's it.
Wow.
You don't
Wish
let everybody.
alone,
So
mama.
share the happiness. So I was sharing the happiness with all of you.
Wow, wonderful. Wish alone,
Yeah.
mama. Was that like that?
Eh? Sela lubunwe. Chwala wa
Wish
mukiti
alone.
awutimi umwana enu.
All right.
Kimitolo
Thank you very
mama
much,
sela.
mentor. Thank you very much, mentor. Very
Thank
nice.
you.
Boys, I told you you're a good singer. Okay,
Yeah.
coach. Partner, where are you? Thank you, partner Gideon. Okay, so
Thank
we
you. I
are going
appreciate.
to call other partners who are here with us tonight. Let me call on, let me guess, this person is from Pakistan. Partner Zubair Shahid. Zubair Shahid, can you hear us? Hold on, let me unmute you. Okay, you can unmute yourself, brother.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Okay, can you let us know you?
Yes.
All right, brother, you can follow our pattern here on our screen, as you can see. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Zubair,
Yes.
where are you
Yes.
going? Don't leave us. Where are you going?
1 minute.
Are you ready?
No,
Are you
I'm not
ready?
ready.
You're not ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay, so your turn to shine. All
Yes.
right, game. So first, you should tell your gratitude and your name, and you can also mention the person who invited you in this business. Okay.
Yes.
I think he's busy.
Yes.
I think
He's
okay, he's
from
ready, he's ready.
he's from what country, partner?
Okay, so I think he is from Pakistan or India, or I don't know.
Pakistan.
I'm just trying to guess. So while you are preparing for your headset, let's call
Yes.
on a partner. Theophilus and Tom. Theophilus. Tayo, I like your smile. You can unmute yourself here so that we can hear from you. Theophilus. Okay, you can unmute yourself.
Okay.
Theophilus. There.
Okay, so
Morning.
partner
Okay.
up. Yes.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, I didn't hear you.
I hear you. Coach Wisma, you can guide
Okay.
him.
Yes, partner, you can tell first your gratitude, and then also your name, and then alliance, your team, and then the one that who is share to you this business. AIM Global, your background, why join AIM, and then update good news and goals this month. So you may now start a partner.
Okay. Actually, my gratitude, I'm very grateful to Richmond Dake, Mentor Dake, and Mentor Esatampok,
Wow.
and the entire Abia team. Entire Abia team, like they've been really amazing. Seriously, I know of so many people who discouraged me right from the start. They were like, "There's no money in network marketing. It's a work for the lazy people." But through them, I've been able to make it. I'm still making it in it. It's amazing. It's amazing. Like during the lockdown, it was what saw me through because there was nothing, no money anywhere. But because I joined AIM Global, I was able to get something to feed myself with. So actually, I'm grateful. I'm very, very grateful. I'm still on it. So I'm with Avia, the Avia team. My sponsor is Richmond Dake, Mentor Dake. And updates on good news. Yes, with good news. Actually, me,
Yes.
I started with prospecting, more of prospecting. I was doing prospecting here and
Wow.
there, and it's good, very, very good. Because sometimes how you present yourself is how they welcome you. So you have to present yourself very, very well. That is by attending meetings, listening to your uplines here and there every day. That way you present yourself very, very well. You can go well prepared. And also the good news now is like actually with my upline, we are very, very close. I'm very, very close with my upline. So now we are doing the selling together. We do sell the soap so much. And the soap is very, very effective. I even have them now. You can look at my bed, like they are here right now. So many of the soap. Like I have them here. The soap is very, very effective. That's what we've been selling. So we are making money out of it. My baby is even playing with some right now. So I'm
Wow.
really, really
It is.
happy. That's what it's, yeah. It's my full-time job now. I just sell the soaps and then I move on. So I'm very, very grateful for Balance Emotion Global and everybody. And so I would say
Yes.
thank you to
Okay.
everyone. Like,
That's great. Yes, that's great, mentor. So the important in this business, you are always keep in touch with your upline because he's the one to guiding you how to build your business in different
yes,
country,
please.
and then the gratitude for her. So that's very important. And then don't
Okay.
forget your goals this month.
Okay. My goal this month is to actually I wanted to add one more account, but I have like 3 prospects who are joining this month. And they were all my customers. They use the soap and they were like it's effective, so they want to join the company and start working. So
Wow.
they will also join at the end of the month. Yeah. So for the soap, I'm really, really grateful for this soap. It's magic, like super. I just love this soap.
That's why you look
Very, very cool.
handsome, told you.
So that's what I do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's
Thank
very
you.
important. Yes, you are using first our products before you're going to share to
Yes,
anybody,
please.
because that's the very important. You know how to explain, and then to also to tell them what is the very effective of our products also. So that's great, mentor.
Yes, please.
That's the great beginning doing this
Thank
business
you.
also.
Thank you.
Yes, and then I
Thank
know that
you.
all your goals in life, you will come through this business. So just continuously doing our business
Amen.
and
Amen.
love what are you doing and be happy. That's very important. Okay, so
Yeah, yeah.
Coach, yes, kindly, we are going to introduce our share right now. So Coach Annie, you are the one to introduce our sharer. I know that he's
Okay.
ready. So before that, kindly type I am ready before we going to call our sharer. So kindly chat that in our chat box. Okay. Okay, so Coach Annie.
Yes, coach.
Yes, we are
So
going
I'm
to
just
start right
counting
now.
the
Yeah.
comment here, how many people are ready before we call on our speaker. Okay, so
Yes.
before we call him, let us give them some idea what we are having tonight. Okay, so again, we welcome you all here, partners from Africa, and our partners all over the world. Okay, tonight is our Mega Sizzle. Okay, this is one of our
Yes.
program of our team so that we guys can get to know each other. So we call it get together. Yeah, so you can meet all our
Yes.
partners from all over the world from each other team. Okay, and aside from that, we will be having also our sharer who will inspire us here tonight. So the person that we are um, called, or the person that we invited to be with us tonight, who will be giving us some motivation and inspiration and some tips how to become successful in this business is from Uganda. So if you know the top earner in Uganda, this person is unto that person, okay? And he got a very huge team, not only in Uganda, but all over the world. So this person is very busy. We are just so very
Yes.
privileged to have him here. And actually, I've been asking him for how many times to be our guest, but this time we finally get him. So if you guys, if you are not yet muted, maybe I can ask you to mute your self so that this person who will be going to talk and get distracted. Okay. Now, someone is calling me. Hold on. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so this person that we are going to call is one of the millionaire circle. Okay, car achiever, and he's also a travel qualifier. So I met him here in Philippines last year. Okay, so if you want to be one of the delegates from there in your country, if you want to see beautiful girls, beautiful people here in Philippines, then you guys should listen to this person. Okay, so let me call on mentor Jim Hannington. Good morning. You can unmute, mentor, so that we can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear.
Can you hear me? Okay. Hello, guys.
Good morning. They cannot answer you because they are muted.
Oh, okay. All right.
So you
I
can
just
keep
wanted to know
going,
if,
mentor. It's your time. The
all
floor
right,
is yours.
guys. All right. I hope everyone is fine. My name is Jim Hannington, and I happen to be coming from one of the most beautiful countries on the African continent called Uganda, but we normally refer to it as the Pearl of Africa. And sometimes we believe the Garden of Eden was here, if you have read the Bible before. But anyways, I'm very glad that I've been invited. I know my sister Annie has been telling me she wants to host me, and I've been up and down. You know, the time zones are a bit different. So sometimes when she's busy, I'm asleep. And when she's asleep, I'm busy. So, but this time I promised her that today, because now, right now in Uganda, it's Monday, and I know in the Philippines, it's Tuesday morning. Then my brothers from Zambia, from Nigeria, Daniel, greetings. Then Zubairi from Pakistan, greetings, good to hear from you. So one of the things I've seen that we need to talk about is they talked about gratitude. I'm one of the most excited people to have joined AIM Global. Why? After my graduation in 2015, it was very, very hard to find a job. You know, the job market is really limited world over. So I spent the entire 2016 and 2017 actually doing nothing. And the best I could do is maybe watch movies, do a few things. And then I was invited by my very good friend who introduced me to AIM Global. But the unfortunate bit, 4 months after him introducing me to AIM Global, he quit the business himself. So I was left hanging. But I thank God for the support system that was introduced by AIM Global, and then our team called the Visionaries. I believe most of you have heard about the Visionaries, led by a very great man, a mentor, a friend, a brother, Mr. Elias Mohoz. So when Mr. Elias saw me, I think he saw what I did see in myself, because by then I can't lie to you that I knew much about the business, but he mentored me. Cutting the story short, I am who I am because of the great, great work of my mentor, Mr. Elias Mohoz, and the good work that AIM Global has given me to do. Then when it comes to the products, I can talk about the products until the following day without stopping, because the products have been a very huge testimony to my friends, first, my family, and relatives, if I may use that word, because the products to me have been the door opener. Even when someone seems to be very negative about this business, believe me, the product will always win their hearts. I'll give you an example of a very great man in this country who is the Minister of Defense. Hard to get, hard to find. But I can tell you I got him because the products changed his life. I'll not mention his name because you might know him, but I'll just give you a very brief story about him. He was hypertensive and he had high blood pressure. And then he happened to talk to someone who had used my products or AIM Global products, and they had changed his entire life. I can tell you one morning I received a call from the minister's office asking me to go and meet him. And he said, this is what he said. Hello, Jim. I've been told you have the answer to my health problem. I jumped. I could not believe the whole minister would call me to go and share with him the products. I shared the products. He loved the products. And I can assure you, he opened other doors for me because of that one thing that I shared with him, the products. The name of my team, I can tell you I've got very many teams with different names all over around Africa and the world. family team, because I believe this business has not only given me business partners, it has given me a family around the world. So when I traveled to the Philippines, I met a new family member called Annie, and we became friends. And we kept on chatting. Even when I came back home, we kept chatting. So she's not just a friend, but she's a sister. Then when I look at the team that I have built, I'm not just looking at business partners, I'm looking at family. That even if tomorrow I got a problem, I have got people to count on, people I can contact and tell them, guys, this is happening. And they will come in and we shall solve that problem as a family and then go back. And this is not something you find in an office setting. In an office, your boss is your boss. Sometimes even if you have problems, you may not actually even approach them. You may just keep quiet and assume that this is my boss. I cannot talk about my problems. But with AIM Global, you have got friends to share with, friends that can actually hold your hand if you have a problem. So that is the family I have in AIM Global. AIM Global found me when I was broke. I don't want to lie about that. I was jobless. I had no work, but AIM, my life has changed. And normally I love talking about the lives that we have changed. You know, sometimes when you talk about yourself with and what you have achieved, sometimes it may not make sense. Someone once said that if you want to leave a legacy, change or touch people's lives. I have a friend that I love sharing about. This gentleman had worked in a certain company for 20 years. 20 years. And there was nothing happening in his life. He's called George Angulu, and I happened to have traveled with him last year to the Philippines. When I met this guy, he told me, you know what, I've worked for this company for 20 years, but I can hardly show anything that shows that I've actually worked. Then I told him, George, how much do you want to change your life? He told me, I wanted to change my life from yesterday. If that is the answer you want me to, from yesterday. So if you have come today, I want my life to start changing today. Then I told him I have an opportunity that can actually do that. Cutting the story short, George joined business in 2017. Today, as I'm speaking, George is a gold executive, a millionaire circle, a car achiever. He has bought a very huge piece of land. He's constructing a house in a span of only 2.5 years. So everything he went through in 20 years have been wrapped up in just 2.5 years. George has recruited over 3,000 people in business. 3,000 people in business, over 3,000, just because of his testimony. Everyone who knew him, right now as I'm talking, they don't even need him to present. All they do is, if this business has changed business life for George, I don't want to ask any other question. Here is my man I want to join. Some people just walk into the training center who knew him before with money. Someone comes in and says, guys, I heard joining Alliance is, okay, in our currency, 780,000 or 2.4 million shillings or 5.46 million shillings. That is the 7 accounts. And someone says, I'm joining. Then you ask him how? He says, no, I knew this guy, George. I knew how he looks like. I knew his life. And if in 2.5 years, his life has changed like this, I don't need to ask any more questions. I know this business is working and it will work for me, and I'm here to join. So we present the business after someone has paid. Imagine that. Someone comes and pays money, and then you present business. In other words, you're presenting to someone who is already, you're preaching to a convert, someone who is already converted, but you're preaching the gospel. That's how beautiful this business is. So I have got so many testimonies. I mean, when we sit, sometimes we go out for lunch, when I go to meet them, and all we are talking about is our past. We just need to remind ourselves how was our past and how is our present. And then we talk about the dreams we have. We talk about what we plan to achieve very soon. And guess what? That's all the story we share about. Yes, so I wouldn't want to go so much deep into that. I would love my host, Annie, now to direct this. Thank you very much, Annie.
Yay! Ay, hold on. All right. Thank you very much for the very nice, wonderful, and very inspiring sharing, Mentor Jim. And I hope, and I know, not just hope, I know a lot of our partners here are inspired. And let me just unmute my partner here. Okay.
Okay.
So, Yan, I hope you also entertain some questions here because I know they have a lot of questions. Is it okay?
Yes. Yes, so I know they have a lot of questions of our business partners. So before that, thank you very much for inspiring us. We are grateful because you are also share your tips and then also what are you encounter in this business where you are in newly joined like the other business partners. So thank you very much, mentor. So before that, if you have so we have a Q&A right now. So I know that we have a question of our business partners. So kindly a question right now. So who's
Okay.
have a question?
Okay, if you guys have a question, you just raise your hand so that we can call you and we ask you to unmute. I think Mentor Theophilus has a question, so I will unmute you. There you go. Hello, Tayo. You have a question?
Yes, please. Please, I wanted you to address something for me. I'm in Ghana, and after I was being registered. I was using Mentor Esther Tampok's account. I created an account in her name. So that's what I was using that's what I was prospecting people with. And finally, luckily for me, I met one man in Nigeria, and he was able to register with a mega account, 7 accounts with a mega account. But the thing is, now that I have been able to register him, I have to be checking on him from time to time. And I know Esther is a busy person who's always convincing people, so I don't know if she'll be able to come, like be chatting her every day. So now my problem is I can't be chatting with him like I'm the one who registered you. I can't tell him that. So what do I do now in order to keep him going?
Yes. Yes, my brother from Ghana. Theo, your name sometimes is hard to pronounce. It's called Theo. Theo.
Theophilus.
Anyway, yeah, Theophilus. Nice hearing from
Yes,
you,
please.
my brother. So, you've told me that you signed up
you.
someone from Nigeria.
Yes, please.
Someone from Nigeria, right? And he joined with.
Yes, please.
And you are wondering how you can keep him engaged, isn't it?
Yes, please.
Apart from sharing with him that I'm your upline, I'm this, I'm that, because I know you reach a point whereby you have nothing to share apart from telling him you are his upline, right?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay. Now, my brother, about that, this is what happens in most cases. After signing up someone, remember, this person has trusted you even when he does not know you that much, isn't it? And in other words, this person joins you first before he joins the business. He joined you because you talked to him. He loved the business. I mean, he liked you first. And then he's
Okay.
getting to know what the business is about. You're getting the idea. So first,
Yes, please.
after the, I call them the honeymoon days are done. We have the honeymoon what? The honeymoon days, whereby the person has just joined and he's still in his honeymoon, and then the honeymoon is done, the real work starts. And what's that real work? First of all, you need to plant that person in a team. Normally when I sign up, I'll give you an example. Thank God you have also signed up someone from Nigeria. I signed up a gentleman called Abdul from Kano State. And when Abdul joined the business, he was very excited. He loved the business. And we also love someone who has got that excitement. But you as an upline, you need to guide that excitement to benefit the person who has signed up, like Abdul. Because in most cases, when you do not guide that excitement, it can end up dying out. And then Abdul ceases to actually even enjoy the business he has joined. You get the point? So what I did, number one, I needed to first of all introduce Abdul to the rest of his business partners. I introduced him to a group that most of the people who are there are as young in business as Abdul. And then they got to know Abdul. Abdul got to know them very well. He became very comfortable with them. And then we start sharing, because I can assure you one thing, that when someone joins, the next thing that person wants, apart from knowing you, the sponsor, is to understand the nitty-gritties of the business. Plant him in a group whereby now it's time for him to understand. Remember, this person is very excited. In other words, his heart is open, his mind is open to learn and understand the business. So if you do not use that time very well, in most cases, you're going to miss out the point and end up losing your downline. So when I got Abdul, I made it very clear. Number one, the backbone of our business is actually training. Is actually training for them to understand what the business is about. Because most of our downlines, when they join, or our new signups, they're excited about making the money, but they have not yet known, how am I going to make that money? So it is you to guide him, plant him in a group, share with him. I can tell you that I might be the upline who signed up Abdul, but I may not have all the ideas at once. I may not have all the required knowledge he wants. But when I plant him in a group, he meets very many people that he's comfortable with, and he feels free to actually go even in their inbox and ask them about ideas or how they're doing their business. And sometimes we as uplines, we move very fast, and we are very quick for our newly signed up downlines to catch up with us. But when that person is introduced in a group, in a platform where knowledge is freely shared, he also gets to that point of knowing, okay, my upline signed me up, and I'm now on a platform where we have got over 100 more people who are as young as me in business, and they have ideas that I would want to learn from. So right now, as I'm talking, Abdul has made friends that he has even never met or even seen physically, but he's very free to share with them. He's very free to ask them questions. Sometimes even comes back to my inbox and is like, upline, I shared with the George, I shared with Gladys about this and this and this, and they advised me this and this and this. Wow, I feel this is very great for me. I feel this will work for me. And at some point, you find that even the solutions you gave to your downlines, they are bit at a higher end compared to them who are new in business. But when they share with the rest of the team, sometimes they have even more solutions. I'll give you an example. There are very many ways, I always tell my downlines, to kill a rat. I can decide to step on it hard until it will die. I can decide to poison it. I can decide to strangle it. I can decide to do all other things to kill it. But that does not mean that there are no other ideas of killing it. When I come to my sister Annie, I can tell her, Annie, you know what? I have a problem of this and this. And Annie will even have a better idea compared to what I had. Are you getting my point? So you need to, first of all, introduce your newly signed up gentleman from Nigeria to a very safe and secure environment where knowledge is freely shared, so that he can have a vast experience of not only you as the upline, but also from other people who are in the business that you will be able to learn from. I hope I've really answered your question very well. Back to you, Annie.
Yeah. Okay, so partner Theophilus. Partner Theophilus, I hope your question has been answered. Okay, you give thumbs up if you are satisfied. Me, I'm over satisfied with his answer. Thank you very much for the various answer, man. Okay, so guys, you have a question, you can raise your hand here so we can unmute you. All right, Partner Ariel. Okay, you can unmute yourself, brother.
Hello, sir, Mr. Jim. Yes, yeah, my question is, I have a lot of business partner from different country, especially in Zambia. But sad to say, they are not communicating well and they are not attending some trainings. For yourself, or what would you, what can you give some advice, or what can you say about that? Do I need to let them, or just to continue? But they are always seeing all my message, but they are not responding. But they want success. What should I do?
Okay. I didn't get your name. You know, I like answering questions by actually mentioning Ariel. Oh, Ariel, nice meeting you, sir. Or hearing from you. Now, Ariel, about that very question, this is what happens. Actually, it's not only happening to you.
Yes.
It happens to everyone. And normally what I do, you see, our business is a bit, I don't know how I can even term it, the term I can use. There is a very thin line in between that if you don't notice it, you end up not actually understanding exactly how to deal with your business partners. Now, I had that very challenge with one of my teams in the northern part of this country, where I have actually the biggest team. And most of the guys there had the same thing. They want success, but they were not willing to do the work.
Exactly.
Or they actually wanted to see money on their accounts, but they didn't want to work for the money on the account.
Exactly.
So I always told them, you are not different from someone who says, I want to go to heaven, but I don't want to die. You've heard of such people who say, I want to go to heaven, but I am not ready to die. So I tell them, the truth of the matter is, if you are not ready to die, forget about heaven. If you're not ready to do what is needed in our business, then forget about the success. How did I approach that? First of all, our business is not going anywhere. AIM Global is here. Our grandkids will do the same business. So in most cases, sometimes I will use this very word, that I am not in a hurry to do what? To sign up someone, first of all, depending on the circumstances and the environment surrounding that person. Then number two, if I have a downline who wants success and is not ready to do the real work, normally I now step back from being an upline to now being a friend. If this person has been on the platform and I see them, they're very quiet. Sometimes they're coming to my inbox and all they're telling me, hey, Upline, I'm not seeing anything. Upline, I'm not seeing anything. So I first now get to understand this person, make him my friend. But the friendship I am making is actually trying to understand this person deeper than the business we are doing. Because what brought us together was the business. But now, what do I do beyond the business we are doing for this person? And in most cases, I'll find out that either this person is surrounded by negativity, negative people all the time. Let me give you an example. I have a gentleman who joined this very business of mine under me in Burundi. If you know the country called Burundi in Bujumbura.
Yes, yes, yes.
This gentleman loved the business, joined the business, but all of a sudden he became a bit cold. I mean, he was on the platform, he would comment if he wants, and then he comes to my inbox. Sometimes he'll tell me, Upline, I am broke, I need some money. And I would send him some. But then I realized I am not actually helping him by giving him free money at all. And then he's the kind of person who has a very huge, his circle of friends is really big. And that's one thing that I liked about him. He's the kind of person who attracts friends around him. But then even when he attracts friends, he wouldn't take time to tell them about the business he's doing. Then I realized he was so much surrounded by negative people all the time that it became so hard for him. When I came close to him in terms of being his friend, I started showing him that, you know what? Look at the circle of people I'm always with all the time. If I'm not at home with my family and brothers, I am doing business and surrounded with the people who are like-minded, doing the same business, AIM Global. Then I told him, look, it's not that every day things are good. Sometimes you have a bad day, a really, really, really bad day. But because you're surrounded with the people who are like-minded, this is what happens. I can have a bad day whereby I can go even to present, and believe me, you meet very negative people who even end up abusing. I don't know if you have even experienced that in your business. Have you? Whereby you are abused by people you're trying to show the opportunity. Then I told him, look, after having a very, very, very bad day, meeting negative people who are really bad towards my opportunity, I go back and meet people who are positive minded and have got something to show for their day. For example, there are days when I will have a bad day, but when I go back to meet my team, I meet someone who is telling me today I've signed up 6 people. And that is good news for me, and news that makes my heart smile again, even when I have had a bad day. Then I also show them, look, you're surrounded with the people who are negative. Every day they are telling you how this business is not going to work. None of them is part of the business or has signed up to actually experience the business, but they're just using rumors and hearsays to negatize you. Now, if you don't step out of this group, if you have been spending, let's say, a whole day with them, at least now cut off 2 hours and spend it with the people who are doing the same business at the training center. Or come and we chat, maybe we use WhatsApp or Facebook, or we go on Zoom, we talk about our day. Then also I asked him, he's called Leon. I asked him, Leon, tell me, what are your dreams as you? What do you see yourself becoming in the next 5 years? What do you see yourself achieving in the next 5 years? Now, when he started sharing the dreams and where he sees himself in the next 5 years, then I started showing him that, do you think when you spend time with these people, your dreams are coming closer, or they are going as far away from you as possible? He actually told me there is no way you can achieve anything if you're surrounded with the people who actually don't, 1, believe in you, 2, The people who are very negative, it actually starts with them not being positive about their lives also. So their negativity in them comes out in terms of their words, and they actually even end up negatizing you. At the end of the day, you look like them because that's what they want. Now, when you come up with an opportunity that might actually change, they are not fighting you, they're actually fighting with their negativity inside of them first. And now, in the process, they try to show you that what you're showing them is not going to work, not because they know it's not going to work, because they have a lot of negativity in them. Then I told him, Leon, look, imagine with your dreams you have, you meet people who have the same mind, and then you're sitting together and you're encouraging each other. As you're there, someone tells you, I dreamt of driving my first car in 2 years, and now I have saved 50% of that money. Doesn't that encourage you to also work towards saving that same money or something you save towards your dream? He said, that makes sense. So I told him, now cut on the time you're spending with the negative people, increase the time you're spending with the same like-minded people doing the same business. So Leon started doing the same thing. As I'm talking right now, Leon spends most of his time with the guys who are doing the same business, and the friends who used to negatize him, most of them ended up leaving. They left by themselves without actually even first telling him that we are going to leave, but somehow, somewhere, they realize that he no longer has time for them, but he has time for positivity. So today, Leon is one of the leaders I have in Burundi doing the same business. Now, coming back to you, take time to try and understand why these people, because first of all, the reason that's why they have not quit the business is because they still have hope in the business. They still have a positive mindset towards the business, much as they are not yet willing to take that step. How do you help them take that step? First, get to know what exactly do they want. I can guarantee you, my brother, that every person walking on earth has a dream hidden under them. They are just looking for that one good Samaritan to help them pave that way towards their dream. And you are that person who must pave that way. Just throw some light to their dream. If they can share with you just one dream that they have in their lives, capitalize on that dream, remind them of that dream every day. Believe me, with time, they will wake up and stop not being active. They will become active, because once you have a dream burning inside you, believe me, no one will even tell you to wake up early to start work. You yourself, you'll wake yourself up because you have some dream in you that is burning. And then imagine you have a burning dream, but you also have someone who is always reminding you, hey, you told me you want to drive your first car in 6 months. How far? You told me you want to build a house or buy a piece of land. How far with that? The more you keep reminding them, the more they wake up. The more the momentum keeps building step by step. Someone you started by reminding their dreams, and the momentum was at 10%. The more you keep reminding them, it comes at 50, 60. Before you know it, he's at 100%, and is even motivating other people to join in because of what you have done. Thank you so much, my brother. I hope I've tried to answer your question. Back to my sister, Annie.
Thank you so much, sir.
Wow, thank you very much, Mentor Jim, for the inspiring answer of the question. And thank you also, partner Ariel, for the great question. So, kindly type in chat box if you are also
Yeah,
inspired.
all I can remember is
Yes, kindly
they said,
chat, yes, I'm inspired.
yeah, they've been telling that a lot of people want to get something, but they don't want to pay the price, huh? They want success, but they don't want to work it out. Very great message. Thank you very much for that, mentor. So I can see that partner Nelly wants to ask some question here, so you can unmute yourself, and sister, so you can ask. Unmute yourself.
They have also a lot of questions in chat box, Coach Annie.
Okay, we can read
Yes.
them. Okay, so let's just give chance to partner Nelly G, then we will read the other
Okay.
messages here. Okay, Coach, you can
Okay.
ask. You are unmuted already. Coach Nelly G.
I'm
You
inspired
know we
already
are
about.
also live.
I am already inspired about I've heard from the coach. I'm satisfied.
Okay, so no more question,
His
right?
answer.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Okay. Okay, Coach Wisma, maybe you got some questions on our chat box. You can
Okay,
read them
so
for our.
they have a question here, Mentor Jim. I should told it is fine to invite in different country if you are new in this business or focus one country only. So
Okay.
she also asked. Yes. Okay. Go on, Mentor.
Yeah, thank you so much, Coach Wisma. The question is it okay to invite from different countries when you have just joined the business, isn't it?
Yes. Yes. Yes, Mentor.
Now, I know it's very, very tempting for us to, when you have just joined the business, to run off and invite in almost every country. My personal experience, now let me give you my personal experience. When I just joined the business, number one, this was my first network marketing company in my life. I'd never done network marketing. So I happened to meet people who had done network marketing for 10 years, 9 years, 8 years, 3 years, 4 years. And these people were moving at a speed that I could not catch up with. Whenever you'd sit with them, they would tell you the experience and how far they have gone, and you'd feel like your head is just spinning and asking yourself, am I doing the right business with these people, or I'm in another business and these guys are doing another business? But then very quickly, I realized that number one, it was my first network marketing company. Number two, I didn't have the experience they had. Number three, I didn't have the speed, or I could not run at their speed. I was a baby who was still crawling, but I was hanging out with runners, sprinters, actually, if I may put that word. They were sprinting while I was still crawling. That alone motivated me, but then it helped me find myself and find my strength first. I realized I needed enough training, number one, because like I said in the beginning, with our business, you need training. You need training from your upline, you need training from the company, you need training from the books you read. You need training at all times. So what I did, I sat down, I asked myself, okay, how am I going to do this? Number one, I could not prospect in all the countries that were available to me to prospect or sign up people, much as it is tempting. Because sometimes if you run at a very high speed, you might crash. I hope you know that in our business. You can actually crash by running so fast and so wide. Then two, it is very easy for you to spread your wings so wide, yet you are an inch deep into the business. What do I mean an inch deep? You have very limited knowledge about the business you're running since you have just joined, but then you have run so wide. And then you have got all these people coming to you, and because you are their upline, you have signed them up, and they want you to actually teach them. They want you to mentor them, but they're in different countries, different time zones. Sometimes in other countries, you need to actually even interpret. Because, for example, if I went and prospected people from Portugal, they don't speak English. I will maybe need to kind of find a way of relating with them or translating in their country. That alone and the workload would have been so much for me in my beginning days. So what did I do personally? I focused. I said, okay, right now I'm building a team in my home country here in Uganda. Let me prospect one country outside Uganda, and then I build it deep. I said, okay, let me start with, I started with the DRC, Congo, because Congo is just a few hours from Uganda. We almost have, they're ahead of us by almost 1 hour. So I started prospecting in Congo. I signed up guys in Congo, and Congo is a French-speaking country, but I made it a point to start with English speaking because we have got some Congolese from guys from DRC Congo who studied in Uganda, in Kenya, in Tanzania, because we are an English-speaking country, the East Africans. So I said, no, let me get guys who can speak English. When I got them, I made sure that I mentor them very well. I trained them, introduced them to so many leaders that when these guys got the very good knowledge about my business, these guys were the ones who helped me to actually now interpret in their native language, because they could, for them, they could speak French, they could speak Lingala, they could speak very good Swahili. So they would come to me, I give them everything they needed, but then for them, they go back down and mentor their people in the language they understand best. So these guys are now big time leaders who we just meet as leaders on Zoom or WhatsApp or Facebook. I trained, whatever I trained, for them, they go back and pass it down. And now for them, they have moved the business from Congo. They have taken it to Congo Brazzaville. They have taken it to Central Republic. They are taking it to all the French-speaking African countries where I'm actually even not. But because for them, they are well mentored, well groomed, and they took it on. Now I said, okay, Congo is done. Not done like I'm not done with them, but at least I've planted my seeds and I can see the seeds have grown. Let me now attack. I call it attacking. I said I'm going to attack Burundi. I went to Burundi, Bujumbura, where I met Leon and his sister. I met Divine. I met Gladys. All these guys, I mentored them. They are now doing their business. So personally, I would suggest that don't rush into prospecting from all the countries. That will be too fast since you're just beginning, and you might crash in the process. Because remember, every country you're going to prospect from and get those people, they will need your time, they will need your knowledge, they will need all they can get from you. And once you fail them in their early stage, believe me, you have lost a distributor who may never, ever want to trust you again, even if you reached out to them. Because when someone signs up in the business, they come with a lot of excitement. Like I said in the beginning, you need to control that excitement by channeling it in the right path. Now imagine you have got like 20 people from 20 different countries, and all these people are excited. They need a piece of you. I can guarantee you, you will crack. And when you're just new, it may not be possible for you to handle it. At the end of the day, you end up losing it and messing it up.
Okay, so thank you very much, Mentor Jim, for the inspiring and motivational answer for the question of our partner. So thank you very much. So I learned to Mentor James is the important in this business is training. So don't focus to earn immediately in this business. The important is you will learn first the business, because if you learn first the business, to follow you earn. So thank you very much, Mentor. We are grateful to have you as our sharer today. So Coach Annie.
Can still entertain at least one before we end here.
Okay.
Questions. Okay, so we can see someone here is raising hand, partner Amiyaw Sarah. Okay, so I believe you have a question. You can ask a question now. I think you are unmuted already. So feel free to ask with our speaker, partner Miao, Sarah. Miao, Sarah.
Hi. Um, well, thank you, the coaches, um, the leaders, and everyone. I thank you. And I don't have much to say about like asking question or something, but you know, it's really a very good opportunity for us also the beginners to know about the business, because it's a, as said, if something that you don't know much about, it really becomes very difficult for you to get more interested in it. So, and when you are already in it, just how to start, how to get maybe people to talk to them about the business, about the products and other things. Really, as for me, I'm in Ivory Coast, and over here, as we all know, the French-speaking countries, they don't entertain themselves with business, get people's attention on. So I've been in Ghana, and I know how business really runs over there as compared to Ivory Coast. So it becomes at times, it's like we are competing, like the workers, those working in the offices, everyone is trying to get paid. No one wants to start anything of his own. So if you start something and you don't have those kind of people to help you, like those who are having the same mindset as you are having, to help you, like an English person, and you're having only French people around you, it becomes very difficult to convince them, because to them they've been brainwashed that business is not for them. They have to work at the offices. They have to get dressed up, go and sit at the office, finish working, and maybe at the end of the month, someone is going to pay them. It becomes really difficult for a business like letting people is going to be very known over here. So that's the problem. I can say that I can say I'm not a stranger in Ivory Coast, but it's like being a stranger, because they don't get you. They don't have any idea of what you just want them to experience about. They don't have that kind of thing mindset. From the scratch, they're having it like, I'm going to school. After school, I'm going to work in this big company, and they're going to pay me at the end of the month. And if you have this kind of mindset, it becomes very difficult for somebody approaching you with a business idea, gets your mind or gets you your attention on what you want to bring up. So with this kind of problem, like it's kind of a barrier or something, how are we going to get rid of it for us who are also in the business and wants to really improve upon it? How are we going to do run this business with those people who are not having the same ideas as we have? Thank you very much. That's the question that I have. So if anyone can give me with any explanation or answer, that's really going to help, because I really want to do it. And if it was in Ghana, it's not going to be very difficult. But over here, French people have a mindset that doesn't help business at all. If you want to run a business in a French-speaking country, so I think that's a little problem that I think.
Okay, can I go on with to answer my sister Amito?
Amiao.
Mia Sarah.
Amia Sarah. Thank you so much. That's actually a very, very, very good observation and important question. I'll give you an example that of my very neighbor. I don't know, you've heard of South Sudan, right?
Now I'm in Ivory Coast.
Yes, I know you're in Ivory Coast, but you know South Sudan, the newest and youngest country in Africa.
Yeah.
Yes. So I happen to have some downlines in that country, and the exact problem and challenge you're facing in Ivory Coast seems to be the same in South Sudan. Number one, in South Sudan being a new country, they have just actually seceded, or maybe I'll call it breaking away from Sudan. So it became South Sudan. It is a Christian country which just broke off from an Arab united country, because Sudan was one, so their main language was Arab or Arabic. Now, these guys speak Arabic. It's a new country, and then they have the same mentality, if I may put it like that, of get done with school and get a job. Like you see how Ivory Coast is the I don't know, they call them Ivorians, or I don't know how you call them. Are they called Ivorians?
Yeah, Ivorians.
Yes, Ivorians. So when I met these guys from South Sudan, most of them were students, and of course they were sent here in Uganda to come and study, go back, and their jobs were waiting for them. Two, it is a very small country with a small population, and there's chances of getting jobs that side. But here is the thing, my sister Sarah, I can tell you, someone may not see the reason of starting business as of now, but there is a reason for them to use the products.
Yeah.
So I realized that with AIM Global, it provides the opportunity to the people that you meet in the market. And even if someone says that I'm not ready to do the business, I'm not ready to join, that someone knows someone who needs the product. Now, I realized that these guys, it was not going to be easy for me to recruit them into the business or make them join, because all of them were waiting for offices. I mean, offices were waiting for them, and with very good pay, by the way, because they were being paid good money since they were the first to actually graduate speaking English. Their country was looking for people who can speak English and not Arabic, because they were joining the Commonwealth countries, whereby you are needed to speak English if you are to be a member. But I sat down with these young guys. I told them, guys, fine, you may not be ready to join, but I can tell you we have got one of the greatest products that you cannot miss having in your country. Sometimes you may have to sacrifice. I'll tell you this. Sometimes sacrifice is the seed that you use to, win people's hearts. One of the gentlemen that I was meeting in that business had a father who was heavily suffering with the diabetes, to the point that they were almost cutting off his leg because of diabetes. So I presented the business to these guys, But presenting the business, I made sure that I showed them the products. Actually, I even carry out experiments, if I may use that word. Have you ever done an experiment with a product? I do experiments whereby I show someone what the products does when you swallow them, how they remove toxins from your body. I do experiments with the colladues, how they are good at removing the bad cholesterol, the bad fat from your body. So all these things, we are aiming at showing these guys that our business may not be all about you joining, but actually the products can do what? Can help. This gentleman, I gave him a box of C24 and colladues. I told him, you are not buying this product. I'm giving it to you free of charge, only if you can promise me that your father will take it. The guy told me, I promise you, my father is going to use this product. Then I also challenged him. I told him, before your father starts using this product, I need another promise from you. Make sure your father goes to the hospital. They first test him and tell him, they call it the level at which his diabetes is. And then let me know after 2 weeks, 14 days of using my product. He said, fine. They went and did that. I can guarantee you after 18 days, this very guy called me and told me, you know what? My father has invited all his friends that he knows who are also suffering with diabetes. They want me to talk to you as I interpret, because they speak Arabic. I was not speaking Arabic. It is their son who had studied here in Uganda who understands English. So they were asking me questions as the son interprets. Cutting the story short, today as I am talking, people in South Sudan are now joining this business, joining now, not just buying products. They are joining this business. But I used the products first. You see, without business, you need to start by knowing the kind of market you're in. My sister Sarah, you're in Ivory Coast with the people whose mindset is after getting jobs and working. And they believe doing business is not meant for them. They may be right based on what they know and what they have had. But when someone starts using the product, number one, you win their trust that your products are working. Number two, they themselves, they get to know that, you know what, these products have worked and the demand for this product is there. My mom started using this product. My uncle is using it. My uncle's friend, my mom's church members, my dad's workmates. That is already a market which is creating itself indirectly. And this person has not yet seen that this market is actually opening up. Now you, Sarah, it is you to sit down with that person and you tell him, look, you started with your dad. He's okay. Your dad brought his friends. Your mom has brought her friends, her church members, your uncles, your aunties, all these people are in need of this product. How about you join this business, you be getting these products at a discount, because when you join and become a member, you get these products at a discount as a member. But when you keep buying them at a retail price, you're buying them expensively. This person's mind begins opening up. Then you show him, look, when you join as a member, these people are going to be coming to you to purchase these products at this price. You come and buy them from the company at this price. The difference is the profit that you take. You have now planted the seeds of this person looking at it as a business, slowly by slowly now. It may not be something you're going to do overnight because you're in a different environment from the rest of the people. But these seeds, I can guarantee you, you are in an environment which is virgin, an environment whereby you are the first person who is going to cast these seeds or plant these seeds. And once these seeds start growing, my sister Sarah, you are going to be on the moon and celebrating. And celebrating for having not done what? For having not given up. these people, once this person tests the money, and then he sees, okay, I am making this profit here. I'm in control of my life, and I'm not being controlled by someone else. This is good. This very person is going to talk to the people now who know, the people who knows him or her. Then they will start asking themselves, but if so-and-so's daughter went to school, graduated, and he's doing a business whereby he's not employed by anyone, he's a boss of himself. That means this is possible. You know, with every person, you need someone who will show them it is possible. I can guarantee you, Sarah, you only need 1 or 2 people whose mindset has changed, and the rest of Ivory Coast will follow you because you have broken the ground. You only need to break the ground. Start by using the products as of now. That's my advice I can give you.
Wow,
Back
thank
to
you very
Ali.
much. Yes, thank you very much, mentor, for the great answer and for the good question also. So, by the way, yes, you're right, mentor. In this business, if we are just new, we are not selling our products, the return of our investment. We just sharing first, because if they are know what is the effective of our product, they are also in, and then they are also want to know more regarding our products and then the business. Thank you very much. So before we are proceed, so we just one question. So can you raise your hands if we have a question? Okay, so Coach
But we're done,
Daisy
maybe.
and
For those
Tilan.
who got some more questions.
Yes, Coach Daisy. Kindly unmute yourself, please. Coach, paki-unmute siya. Kindly unmute
Who was
Coach,
it?
partner Daisy Bantilan.
Daisy? Hold on,
Yes.
Daisy.
For the last question, and then after that, we are proceed for the final message.
Okay, you can unmute now.
Okay. Okay, Coach, can we write it in chat box? One more last question, and then we are proceed to the final message of Mentor Jim. Okay, so before that, kindly write it. I lack of learn a lot of learn. I kindly write it. I'm inspired.
Okay, so I know there's a lot of questions, so we will be doing this program for every week from now on anyway. So for those who have some more questions, you can guys save your questions, and next week we will be having another sharer. Okay, so you can ask them, and I know Mentor Jim is a very busy person, and in Uganda right now it's already late. So maybe we can just ask him some final message for our partners here. Mentor Jim, maybe you have some final message for us before you go.
Yes, Eddie, there's someone who is writing, and I've been seeing the question
They have
and
questions
saying,
somewhere
sir,
here.
what is your first? Yeah, someone who's asking, what is your first struggle?
Oh, okay. Cause
When
can
you
you read
start
it
the
for them,
business.
please?
Yes.
Oh,
What
you
is
get
your
the
first
question. Okay,
struggle
please answer.
when you start the business? That's his question.
Okay. Yes. There's one struggle that I believe all of us go through when you have just joined the business. Personally, when I first joined the business, my first struggle was, I'll be honest, let me be very honest with you. I was confused. I was confused to the point that I even asked myself, did I make the right choice of joining this business? Number two, I was so fearful. I called it, I had a lot of fear and phobia for people, if I may put it like that. You know, you have just joined the business. It is a people business. You need to talk to people. Then you are full of fear. Two, you are too ignorant about the opportunity that is right in your hands. Because this is an opportunity that you need to nurture, see to grow. And I didn't know where to start from. So I struggled so much. Number one, I was too fearful. I didn't have the confidence. I didn't even know where to start from. But I can tell you that during that time and period, when you are in that kind of confusion, you don't have the confidence, you feel you don't have the people who are going to join your business or sign up under you, that is the time when you need to plant yourself. If you have an upline, that upline needs to plant you in a very fertile ground. And that ground is called training. Because I can tell you, knowledge is power. Knowledge will displace the one thing that all of us start with is lack of confidence. Because your lack of confidence starts from the one thing that we all know is not knowing what to do. You do not have the knowledge of the business, and yet they are telling you that you need to start with your warm market, the hot market, then the cold market. And you're wondering, I have got, okay, the warm market, those are my very close relatives, family, and maybe closest friends. But these are people who know you very well. They know you're broke. They know you're putting on one pair of shoes. They know you have one trouser. They know you didn't have a job. And now you come with an opportunity that you're trying to share with them, and you're telling them this business can pay you 1 million per day. And as you're sharing with them that kind of money, someone is looking, your own brother or sister or your father or your mother, your uncles, they are looking at the shoe. They are like, but you have been putting on this shoe for the last 3 years. You're putting on this same shirt for the last 2 years. So are you sure about the opportunity you're sharing me with? And let me tell you, the worst thing is when you are not believed by the people you trust the most. That is your family, those are your relatives, and your closest friends. They are the first people actually to not believe in the opportunity. And if you're weak-hearted, if you're not strong enough, most people, that is the time when they quit. Someone is like, okay, I joined this business, they told me it was good, but imagine my own mother has not liked it. My own father, then I think I'm not good enough to go and share it. And then that is the end of the day. The person will never pick up your calls again or talk to you again. Then he keeps on listening to all these voices of negativity. Eventually the person dies out. How do you deal with such a struggle when you have just joined? I can tell you the first 2 months I joined the business, when I got back home, I was laughed at. My very close friends told me, you have cheated you have lost that money. Then I went and I first kept the package. I was just there seated 2 months. My upline was trying to reach me. I wasn't even picking or calling back. Reason being, all I was thinking about was, I think this guy lied to me, but he was my very good friend. So hang out and have some coffee. I said, okay. I went. But then when we sat down with him, he tried to understand me. He tried to understand why I was behaving the way I was behaving. I opened up to them and showed them my struggle. And then he said, okay, this is what we need to do. You need to come to the training center, or you need to come to our WhatsApp, whereby we share knowledge. I said, okay, add me to the group. He added me to the group. Then I started hearing people who had the same struggles and the way they overcame those struggles. Then I started listening to people who were even in the same condition I was in. They had just finished university. They were jobless. And then they were sharing their ideas, their experience, how they have gotten out, and I could see their life has changed. My confidence started doing what? Coming back. I started looking at all the people who have said no to me. I was like, okay, they might have said no now, but later on they are going to accept. Then I started getting ideas on how to approach strangers. I can tell you one of the things that I struggled with is when you make a call and you want to meet someone, and for some reason, someone tells you, I hope you're not trying to meet me about these things called network marketing. Believe me, if you had a list of 40 or 50 people to call that day, when the first 2 people tell you, I hope you're not calling me for these things, network marketing, believe me, you will call the first person, the second person, and stop on the third person. The rest you will not even bother calling. I also struggled with that a lot until one day we are in a group chatting. Someone asks, guys, if you call someone and someone is like, I hope you're not calling me for these things of network marketing, how do you respond? Because normally when someone asks me that, I even start stammering, I fail to answer the person, and eventually I lose the ability to call even more people. My name list, I keep it. Then someone was like, no, answer a question with a question. The Swahilis, I will tell you, there's a saying in Swahili that dawa ya moto ni moto, that the medicine to fire is fire. But in this case, you're not firing the person who is doing what? Who is calling you. So then I jumped in very fast. I asked them, guys, how do you do that? Then the guy was like, if you have called someone, then you ask them, what about network marketing? You are now digging deep into their mind for them to tell you their fear, why they wouldn't want to come for a network marketing meeting, why they feel they are traumatized. Now, when they tell you their fear, now you know how best to approach this person. When they finally give you an opportunity to meet them, you meet them by addressing some of the fears they had with their previous experience in another company. So the struggles in this business, most of them are grounded in one thing: not having enough knowledge about what you're doing. And you can get that knowledge by sharing with a number of people, because all of us, for example, right now, we are in this Zoom CISO meeting. I can guarantee you, if you asked us a question, all of us will give you the right answer in a different approach. You leave a better person than you came. You will go knowing that I asked this question, I got 7 different answers, but answering the same question, and I feel I am now 7 times better and more prepared to face my fear. Then the other struggle was I never wanted to do presentation, but I was unfortunate that after joining the business, the person who brought me in the business quit after 4 months. Now imagine you are still struggling. You've spent 2 months away not doing business. Then you come 2 months and your upline disappears from you. What does that do? It sets doubt in your head that now, see, the person who brought me has quit. What am I doing in this business? But thank God the 2 months I had spent there were enough for me to meet other people. When my upline quit, I very much went and hung on to other people. My grand upline areas picked me up, and then that's how I started growing. Then I started not avoiding. One of the biggest mistakes we make as networkers, we are very good at sometimes avoiding our fears, our struggles. I can tell you the only way you can overcome a struggle is by you going in head on. And in most cases, these struggles actually, they are just a molehill, a mountain which is nothing. For you see a mountain, but actually it is nothing. I'll tell you, I really feared doing presentations. And then one day my upline told me, Jim, look, you fear doing presentations, but you have invited these guys. They have no idea about what you're talking about. Even if you make mistakes, none of them will do what? Will understand. So the more mistakes you make, the faster you learn and make your presentations good. But I didn't listen. Guess what my upline did? One time we go somewhere to do a presentation. We invited so many people, the whole room was full. My upline goes, introduces himself, and from nowhere he says, today the person who is going to take us through the products is Mr. Jim Hannington Mugume. Guys, I started sweating. I even got a running stomach. I started running to the bathroom. I was sweating when it was cold with AC. I mean, it was hard, and I could not tell my upline I cannot do it. I had to march right in front of very many people that some of them had even invited. I started presenting the products to the point that I even forgot to introduce myself. Some of the functions of C24, I would place them on college use. Some of the functions of Complete, I would put them on Band Slim. But the more I presented, my upline was at the back, busy showing me that sign, you're doing very well, keep going, you are now okay, keep going. After the presentation, I had more confidence. After the presentation, I knew the mistakes I had made. That very evening, I sat down and read the functions very well. My second presentation was better than the first, and by the time I was doing it the fifth time, it was as if I'd been in the business for the last 2 years. So the struggles you have, the fastest way of addressing them is just sitting down and asking yourself, what are the struggles I have as a new person? And who are the people can I approach to help me deal with these struggles? And whatever they show you, dive in. The beauty about our business, that what you have learned right now in our Zoom meeting, feel free to apply it in your next meeting, in the next 30 minutes or 1 hour from now. Feel free to go ahead and apply it. Whatever you learn in our business, you apply. It's not like in school, whereby you go through the school system for the next 20 years to become a doctor. Or you study being a teacher, then become a teacher after 19 years or 20 years. In our business, whatever you have learned right now, you can apply it in the next 30 minutes from now with whoever you're going to be talking to. But do not avoid your struggles. Do not avoid them. Face them head on. And if you have someone you can share with, please feel free to go and share with them. I'm struggling with this. I find it hard to do this. I find it hard. Can you advise? Let them advise you. So when I just started, to me, those were my struggles. But when I faced them, they stopped being my struggles. Now they are my everyday. Even if you wake me up in the middle of the night and tell me present, I will present. Even if you told me now I need you to do this and this and this, I will do it without fear, because they are no longer my struggles. I hope I've answered my sister very well. Anya, back to you.
Yeah, I'm here. Open mouth listening. That was very wonderful answer. So I hope the question of our sister has been answered. Who was that? Okay, so no more questions here. Okay, so I think no more question here. All right. So there, where are you? Okay. So Mentor Jim, thank you. Salamat po. You are so guapo. So before we end this meeting, okay, so may we call Mentor Mark to lead our prayer before we end this meeting. So Mentor Mark, let's welcome our one of our top leader here in Philippines. We got a big team in Zambia. So Mentor Mark, may you lead the prayer now, please.
Okay, to everyone, so for the closing, just bow your head.
Prayer for Freedom. Today, Creator of the universe, we ask that you come to us and share with us a strong communion of love. We know that your real name is love, that to have a communion with you means to share the same vibration, the same frequency that you are, because you are the only thing that exists in the universe. Today, help us to be like you are, to love life, to be life, to be love. Help us to love the way you love, with no conditions, no expectations, no obligations, without any judgment. Help us to love and accept ourselves without any judgment, because when we judge ourselves, we find ourselves guilty and we need to be punished. Help us to love everything you create unconditionally, especially other human beings, especially those who live around us, all our relatives and people whom we try so hard to love. Because when we reject them, we reject ourselves. And when we reject ourselves, we reject you. Help us to love others just the way they are, with no conditions. Help us to accept them the way they are, without judgment. Because if we judge them, we find them guilty, we blame them, and we have the need to punish them. Today, clean our hearts of any emotional poison that we have. Free our minds from any judgment, so that we can live in complete peace and complete love. Today is a very special day. Today we open our hearts to love again, so that we can tell each other, I love you, without any fear, and really mean it. Today we offer ourselves to you. Come to us. Use our voices. Use our eyes. Use our hands. And use our hearts to share ourselves in a communion of love with everyone. Today, Creator, help us to be just like you are. Thank you for everything that we receive this day, especially for the freedom to be who we really are. Amen.
Okay, so Mentor Jim, are you still there?
Yes, I am. Thank you, Mark,
Okay,
for the good
so
prayer.
Yes.
Can we picture before we end this?
Yes, yes. Can we take a picture first? Before we're going to
Take
say thank you to
picture.
Mentor Jim.
Yeah. Okay, so who is going to take a picture?
Thank you, mentor.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys can unmute
Thank you,
yourself
Mentor
and
Jim.
say
Thank you so
to
much for
our
sharing.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me and having me.
Thank you, Mentor, for that inspirational share for us. The leader is very
Picture.
inspired.
Picture.
Yes. Okay,
Picture.
picture.
Mentor
Take
Mark,
a
are
picture
you going
opportunity.
to
So, Mentor Mark,
Picture.
okay?
Okay. Okay.
You are the one to
Okay.
take a picture.
Okay. So
Say
high five.
high five.
Okay.
Easy
1,
five.
2. Easy 5. Okay. 1, 2.
Ah,
Okay. Okay.
okay.
Next page.
So,
Okay. Wait.
Mentor Jim, this. Hello.
Wait. Okay. Another page. Next page. Next page. Okay.
Alright.
Wait. Next page. Okay. 1, 2. Okay.
Okay na?
Okay, so thank you very much for attending our biggest self. Thank you very much for attending. So our international business partner and most and also mentor James. Thank you very much for inspiring us and thank you very much for the motivation also. So okay, we will dance right now before we're going to end. Thank you.
Yeah, we are
Thank you so
looking
much. Thank you,
forward to see
Prof.
you again
Alan.
next
Thank
Thank you
you.
so
Philippines.
much.
James.
And to all who
Apply. Yes.
joined the meeting tonight, see you again next week, and see you here in Philippines, like Mentor Jim.
Hello, Helen. Nice to
Hello,
see you
Jim. Thank you
again.
very much.
Helen.
More power.
See you next
Yes.
week.
How are you?
Yes, and what are you learned today? You will apply it after this meeting because that's the very important.
Yes, we apply
Apply
it.
immediately. So
Yeah.
and
Right, Helen?
be inspired.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
So Coach Helen,
Bye.
Bye.
Yes.
God bless.
God bless you.
Bye.
See you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you
Bye.
very much. God bless you all.
Thank you.